What's going on? How's everybody doing out there? It's myself, Evan, and my big boy Bobbert back at the mic. Say hello, Bobby.
Yeah, what's everybody doing? Daddy's in the house.
There we go. There's an actual
Fresh
intro.
off my fantasy victory.
Okay. Well, we don't need to bring that up because it was over me. But
Whipped
that is
your ass.
whatever. I had 3 injuries. I had
No.
3 injuries to key players:
Play through
Doug
the-
Martin, DeMarco Murray,
You play through the
and
pain,
Reggie
baby.
Wayne. Whatever. All right. Well, stop sidetracking me. We're back with another show. We're here to get all frisky with Halloween. We're going to give you all kinds of fun stuff today. First off, we've already got some tweets in, which is thank you for all the kids out there. That's who we do it for. It's all for you guys out there. And you
Yes,
gave us some
thank
good
you.
recommendations.
I've
We're going
gotten
to
a
read
lot
those.
of mentions today.
Oh, we got all kinds. Keep following us. At Extinct Films is another one that you can follow. Great follow. We'll post all your comments when we get a chance. So we'll read those or later in the show. We'll start, a little bit of story that I got to tell, and then we're going to go in the top horror movies of all time. We'll do classics and some good ones that have come out recently. We're going to give our good buddy Mike Henry a good call later. That should be interesting.
Well, we'll try.
Well, obviously we're going to try. We tested it out. It sounded okay. Hopefully people will be able to hear him. He's an eclectic folk. He's a nice guy. He's got I think he's going to have some strong opinions for us. And then at the end, we'll close it out. We'll give you some pointers for the end for the Halloween season. But first, obviously we have to discuss what I think is the most important thing right now, what is everybody wearing for Halloween?
Ooh.
There you go. Get all scary with it, Bobby. Give him that little ghost. This is my issue. Every year I have the greatest ideas for Halloween costumes, I feel like. And every year they get more and more expensive to either make, buy, or outright just, get the materials for it. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe how expensive some things are to buy nowadays. Now, I will say, this year my costume, which I've been growing out my mustache for 6 weeks now, and I will say it's pretty thick and luscious.
It's not luscious, though.
It's wonderful.
It's gross looking.
I've only been told it's gross, I think, 7 times.
Out
Out of maybe
Seven?
a million.
No.
Guys want to be me, girls want to talk to me.
No,
that's
they
what this represents, this mustache.
No guys want
Now,
what's in your-
I will say it's going to go perfect with the costume, which is Bill the Butcher. And it's perfect because it's Gangs of New York, and that's a great movie.
You're
it's just a fun
serious? You're going to be
Yes.
Bill the Butcher.
Yeah.
That's my costume.
You're not
I was
being
going
Bill
as
the
Bill
Butcher.
the Butcher. No, dude, I'm going as Bill the Butcher.
You have 0 facial hair. And,
No, it doesn't matter. I can
and
just
you-
put
well,
it on.
no,
I've been
and you're-
growing my
you
beautiful
can't-
hair out. I've been growing my hair
no,
out
that
for this
does not
role
matter.
for months.
You have Lego hair.
I have great
first
hair.
off,
I have
it's
real
not
hair.
great hair.
I have real
It's
hair.
not great hair.
How's your
And second,
bugs coming along?
my baldness in the back has nothing to do with because no one will see it because I'm going to be wearing a stove top hat.
Bill the Butcher.
Abe
had
Lincoln
hair
top,
flowing
yeah,
out
but he
of
also
that
had a
hat,
top
though.
hat, so you'll be able to see the luscious little flows that come out the hat. But other than that, you ain't
Your
even
hair's
know.
too short,
It is not. I have a mustache.
Whatever.
You have nothing.
All right, you know what? I don't want to be
And-
Bill the Butcher
and you're not-
anymore. I don't want to be
Whatever,
Bill
whatever.
the Butcher anymore.
So I'm going to be Bill the Butcher,
That's
which is going to be what I think is amazing. The problem is
bullshit.
looking up some of these items is absurd how much they cost. And I go all out for Halloween. I'm not getting a plastic red coat to symbolize the frock coat that he wears in the actual movie. I'm going all out.
You got to be willing. You got to be.
You
got to
be willing to
spend
put
the
out
money,
because
then.
if you're not, that's just lame. You got to put out when you do this stuff. So I'm willing to spend, but it's utterly ridiculous. A frock coat from that age, because let's be serious, it was in the 1850s. To get one like that, it's like $250. To get the whole ensemble, I think it was upwards of $700, and the site that was selling for it for $700 or replicas like that, it's 5 to 8 days shipping.
See, I wouldn't.
If I'm shelling out $800, I want that in 2 days.
No.
Give me a break, dude.
No.
How
You
many
can
people?
pay for,
How many
pay for
people?
More, pay for extra shipping. Pay for.
You can't. They have two. They have expedited, which is 5 days, and regular, which is 8 days, and that's absurd. How many people are actually ordering 1850 frock coats year round?
They're probably. I mean, if they're willing to charge that much, I think they must
That
be
they're
doing
doing
kinda
business.
Well.
That can't be.
don't know.
Other than that, they also have these coats that are like $400, and those are theater kind of costumes that you buy. So they're theater quality apparently. I ain't paying $400 for that. So what I did do, my sister found a woman's coat.
Yep, that makes sense.
Makes sense, but It's a little bit bigger, but what? It looks exactly the same as it. $28, new to you.
People are gonna be calling.
But I have to hem
calling
it.
you a
I have to
woman,
hem
though,
it.
'cause you're
No,
wearing
I'm gonna
women's
hem it.
clothing.
I'm gonna hem it so it looks good.
You don't know how to hem.
I know how to hem. I was called the hem master back in
All
college.
right, so
That was my nickname in college. Was the hem master.
so that's your story.
Well,
You're
yeah.
You're just frustrated. That
I'm frustrated.
Costumes cost so much.
It's absurd how much they cost. That's not okay. That's killing America.
Do you think that you're gonna win?
Halloween costume prices are killing
You're
America.
doing this to try to win the costume contest.
Well, I mean, I don't know if there's ever really contests, but well, yeah, I try to win
Wherever
every year.
you go, I'm privy to a party next week.
Yes, as am
and
I.
There's going to be a contest at this thing.
And obviously, I want to win. If you don't want to win, what are you? What are you doing then? If you don't want to win, what are you doing? You're just being there. What's the point of that?
I guess.
What are you going to be? One of
Well,
my
now that I'm
favorites-
not Bill the Butcher, I honestly
whatever.
don't know.
Well, first off, you don't have a mustache, so you can't be Bill the Butcher.
I can just get a fake one.
Yeah,
But
okay.
yeah, I don't know. I'm actually pretty bad at thinking up costumes. I was thinking about going as one of the girls in the Blurred Lines video. That'd be kind of funny, I think.
You would have to dress like them then. You would have
which
to
they
get
look pretty much
scantily naked.
They're like basically naked in the video.
You
I
have
don't
never
know.
taken off your shirt, and you were going to get naked.
Maybe. I don't know. That was
Exactly,
something that just
that's-
came to my head. I was thinking about maybe doing. Oh, see, okay. I wish I started this a while back, but I think it would always be funny if we had a friend who just constantly wore last year's popular costume because it's like super discounted now.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
So like, when did Heath Ledger die? 2000.
That was like 8. Yeah.
Yeah, so then like that 2008
Was
Halloween,
the Joker.
It was everybody
Everyone
was the Joker. So then
absolutely.
he's the Joker for 2009, and then in 2000, like just keep going.
That would
on
be
and on.
great,
It'd
but
be hilarious. Like,
who
just
would you
one
be
guy
this
just
year then?
constantly-
Who would you be this year?
Psy, the Gangnam Style guy.
That'd be funny.
He's
you
like,
could
he
pull.
was like extremely
you should
popular.
you should do that.
Well, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I'm probably.
You know
not
what
gonna
I
do
think
it.
we should do? Let's shave the top of your head,
I'm not
except
doing
for
that.
small parts,
I'm not
and
doing
you
that.
can be James Gandolfini in respect.
As cool as that would be, I would
How
rather
cool
just
would
take
that
a
be?
fake bald. I'd take a bald.
No,
thing.
don't take a bald cap
I-
because you gotta have a little bit of hair left.
I would
still
love
there.
to be Tony. Yeah, I mean, I
How
guess I
cool
could
would that be?
Tony
Give me your
Soprano.
Tony voice. Give me your Tony voice.
No, I can't do it. Right now.
Counsel,
I can't
give me your
do it
Tony
right now.
voice.
No, because
Give
then
me your
it's-
Tony voice.
well,
I'll do one too.
You don't. Have
I got a
very good-
terrible one. I don't even
You
know.
have a
what-
terrible.
Let's
No,
hear
I
it.
can't do it. I can't do
You
it.
chicken out. All right, whatever. All right, so I think you should be James Gandolfini. I think if you would be him, that'd be awesome. Tony Soprano would be great.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
I want you to keep it in mind because I don't want to shave your head and I want to see that done. You know what makes me mad? And I'll say this right now. People that don't dress up for Halloween.
Yeah.
You're going to a
That
party and you're
does
not
piss me
going to
off.
dress up?
Right.
That's absurd. I
Right.
had someone today at work who, she's awesome, but come up to her, I'm like, what are you going to do for your Halloween party that you're going to? No, I don't usually dress up. Oh, what?
I
You-
hate those people.
You
They
are on
usually
the
act too cool
outside.
for school.
Yeah, you're on the outside.
I can't stand it. You
That's
gotta
absurd.
you gotta dress up for Halloween.
You know what?
It's so
And-
much fun.
It's the one time a year you get to act a fool.
You're missing out.
You're
You're
missing out.
You're not
You're
experiencing
completely
Halloween
missing
to
out.
a fullness by by refusing
They
to
was,
dress up.
I think there should be like
Or don't
a
like
bar.
do-
We should just like segregate everybody to a bar that doesn't dress up for Halloween.
for sure.
That's
I
their
agree.
bar. It's
But
called. It's
also-
and they don't. And the only alcohol that's served is like Jaeger. You
Like,
just drink straight
bullshit,
Jaeger.
or bullshit costumes like a dude wearing a suit.
Yeah,
Like,
those
I
are
guarantee
terrible.
there's gonna be like dudes who are like dressed up in tuxes this year.
What was
Like,
the
who
one
are you
year-
supposed to be?
oh.
Oh, I'm Justin Timberlake, suit and
Yeah.
tie. Like,
Yeah, no, I got.
get
yeah,
over
yeah, yeah.
yourself. Get real.
Those are those are bad.
I can't stand like fake, like just bullshit faux costumes.
Or-
where you're just, I don't know.
You know what else is terrible? When people wear pretty cool costumes or wear like a kind of a what would I say? It's kind of crazy or it's kind of got a lot going on, and then they just take it off after like 10 minutes.
Right.
Like
right.
that's lame. Come on.
Right.
You
Wear
dress
the-
up
wear
for
the whole
Halloween. You
outfit.
wear it that night, and you play the part.
I thought it.
You played the
I
part.
just thought of my costume. I'm gonna be a sexy vampire
A sexy vamp. You.
or sexy school librarian.
Do you have you?
Sexy
have-
janitor.
I could go with janitor. I see you as a
I
janitor.
could be a sexy janitor. I am Charlie.
Well, I mean, not sexy,
Do-
but I could see. No, you're
a
not
sexy
Charlie. I'm
janitor?
Charlie. You
Well,
are
everything.
Frank.
Every
You are
costume's always
Frank.
sexy. In
You could.
Halloween.
Oh, the garbage man.
How many costumes?
You
do
could
see
be
that
Frank
people
the
are like,
garbage man. Be the
no,
garbage
I
man from
could be
Midsummer.
Charlie. Like the
Nah,
janitor.
you're not. I'm
But
Charlie.
like, think about how many people wear sexy outfits. Like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm
it's
a
all
sexy
women.
nurse.
It's all women.
Is it?
Yeah. When was the last? Well, what? When was the last time you saw a man dressed in a? I don't even know.
I just hear people say like all the time, like, "Oh, I'm a sexy nurse. Oh, I'm a sexy,
What
doctor.
about? Yeah, that's stupid.
Oh, I'm sexy."
Yeah, I mean, what if they're not too? then they're just kind of being
Well, it's just the costume. You're not Bill the Butcher.
correct. But I'm not saying I'm a sexy Bill the Butcher, because even though I think I'm sexy, I'm not going to say that.
Bill
Like,
the Butcher, yeah, but that's the costume that it was.
no, I understand. That's like,
If it's made that way, then,
but
then that's
can't
what
they
you
just
are.
say? Can't they just say it's like
You could be massive and still wear a sexy
Yeah, but can't they
outfit
just say it's an
'cause
easy
it's
nurse
what it
costume
says.
or it's an easy principal costume? Like, why would you say
Like I'm a sexy
sexy?
principal.
Because you don't know if there's. What if the
Well,
person's
it's like
not
what if
sexy?
the top, just the butt, the top of the shirt.
Yeah, but
and
the person's
things
not
are-
sexy. That's what I'm.
It's
getting
not. It
at.
doesn't matter if the person's sexy. Or not.
Does it?
It's the
I
costume
think it- well,
itself.
does
It's
it?
what the costume is.
But does it? Because
No.
everybody in the actual ads are pretty sexy.
If you're
Do you
wearing
think
like
those models do that year round?
What?
You think that's like a big gig for them?
no,
Just modeling all the sexy Halloween costumes.
no, that's just a part of their work. That's just like
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
what they're
it's-
doing this week. Next week they're probably going to be in a magazine or some web ad.
Taco Bell commercial.
In a Taco Bell commercial. It's whatever. All right, so
Okay, yeah. So we've had. I've
Moving on.
ranted enough. I've ranted enough on how much I hate people who don't wear costumes and how much my costume is taking, how much money it's taking out of my wallet. Now we're actually gonna get some fun stuff. We're gonna have discussions on top horror films, and this will be kind of all time. But we'll do a classic section, and then I mainly was interested to try to see if there's any new ones out that you can really remember. And that's 2000 plus. So actually, once I said that, I realized Blair Witch, which came out, I think in 98,
1999.
1999, does
Something
not
like that, yeah.
count.
No.
And that was
There's a lot. I mean, by our tweet, yeah, we did say 2000 and plus. I guess you would just have to, think the 90s movies are classics then.
yeah. No, I understand. You're gonna have to group those in differently. I'm just saying now that I think about that, because that came out when we would have been 7th grade.
The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah,
8th grade.
7th or 8th
Something like-
grade.
yeah, junior high.
That
We were definitely out
that's
junior
just
high.
crazy. Just thinking about how old we both are at this point.
Pretty old.
So I guess I can go ahead, or do you want to go ahead? What's your favorite? What's your favorite classic? Or give me a couple.
Classic horror movie.
Yeah, give me a couple classics that you love.
Halloween. Halloween for sure. I used to watch those movies all the time as a kid.
Yeah, I mean everybody loves Halloween.
Well, you said a classic.
Yeah, no, I understand, but everybody loves Halloween. That can't be your favorite.
Yeah, it is.
That's your favorite.
The Halloween movies are my favorite. Yeah, they're just.
But that's so.
they're just classics.
I understand that, but that's everybody's favorite.
Everybody gets
Pick
that.
something different.
I can't think of
All right,
something
think
right
think
now.
of some other ones you like. There's got to be other ones you like, or that you remember that are memorable.
Jason ones.
Yeah,
Like
they're
I'm
okay.
I'm not. I like the Friday the 13th movies. I hold the Halloween movies in a higher regard. Like I really like the story of Michael Myers and like all the deeper subplots that go in the Halloween series. I think that those are just those were really cool.
Yeah, I mean it's a classic. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't
Jaws
like it. I
is a
do
horror
like
movie.
it.
I really like
So
Jaws.
that'll come up. Actually, we can discuss that now in a sec. But actually, I was going to bring that up. What actually classifies as a horror movie? Because if you think about it, Halloween's pretty great. Obviously, everybody knows that movie's great. But it's the standard bearer.
it's a
like,
movie that a horror. What constitutes as a horror film? It's to
No, I mean it's
deal-
set the bar.
It's to play on the audience's fears.
I
It's what
100% agree with
scares
you.
100%.
100%.
Anything that scares
And
you.
the
can be
number one
considered a
thing, and
horror.
obviously the number one thing that everybody remembers from that is the score.
What do you mean the score?
The
Like the musical track?
yes, the score.
You don't
Everybody
need
knows
music to scare people.
You don't, but that is
People
the
were
scare.
scared
I think that was the
shitless
best
of
part
of the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, but I think that was the best part of that movie for that time was that incredible soundtrack.
Yeah, I mean,
And you
it's,
gotta-
it definitely
and that's-
helps setting
you
the
look it
mood,
up
but
and
you
that's-
can do a movie with
I know,
no
I understand
sound.
you can do it, but that's what I think set, and it's a standard bearer, so that's what the standard is. Now that you said Jaws, this brings up the fact that what truly constitutes a horror movie. Is Jaws a horror movie?
Yes.
And I would consider it one too, because I consider a lot of horror movies, but some people might have a stricter genre classification.
Anything like
Because
dealing
what I
with-
was thinking about was Alien. How good was
Alien
Alien?
is a
And
horror
that's a
movie.
horror movie because
That's
no
a
one can
great
hear
horror
you
movie.
scream in space.
That's a great horror
That
movie.
movie is so good.
Alien is super scary.
And you rewatch it, and it doesn't lose anything.
I've been meaning to watch the to Alien and Aliens
Bro,
again.
Blu-ray.
We
I
gotta
got them
watch
on there.
those.
We
We gotta
we
watch
can
those.
watch those anytime.
Those are really good.
That's the most amazing part about the first one. It does not age at all.
No.
0.
And they're
It does
so,
not. It's that good.
The thing about the Alien movies is, and I just learned this earlier today, so Alien deals with more so of the unknown and exploration.
Yeah.
Aliens deals with mostly war.
Yes.
Alien 3 is kind of like a prison drama.
Yes.
Because Ripley's in
Do you not? Have you seen them all?
I haven't seen the first two
Do you know
forever.
Do you know who directs them?
Ridley Scott.
No, not all of them. So let's go through the directors that have directed these.
And Alien Resurrection just
Well, I don't
kind of Alien Resurrection was more about comedy. Like kind of
Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't see that one. So the 3 Aliens. Think of this franchise that you're getting these directors. Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Aliens. Guess who did that one? James Cameron.
Yeah.
Guess who did the third one? David Fincher.
But Alien 3 wasn't very good.
Alien 3 is actually pretty bad. I didn't like it at all. But it's not the worst third movie in a trilogy that I've ever seen.
No.
So I mean, it's not good, but it's think about before you start a trilogy, 3 directors that you could name. If you got those 3, dear Lord, that's money, and that's great. But the first one doesn't age at all. It's so incredible. It's just I can't explain how good it is. I rewatched it last year, which was just amazing. And I will say, looking at
the zombie movies,
zombie movies are those are great.
Day of the Dead was a classic one that I recall watching a lot as a kid.
I will say zombie movies. I'm not actually horror movies. Period. I'm not the most versed in. I've been trying to change that by watching more and more. Which zombie movies, are incredible. So that makes me ask you: is World War Z?
Yes.
Is that a horror movie?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Well, yeah, I've seen World War Z.
That can't.
Yeah, it's World War Z is considered a horror movie.
I see. That's too much of a.
According to the horror film wiki, it is considered a.
See, that's too much of a thriller for me. I don't know. It goes in thriller drama.
It deals with the undead.
I 100% understand.
It deals with zombies, which is a staple in horror.
I understand that, but so spoiler alert, real quick for the next 30 seconds. They're not really. Are they really undead?
Yeah, you can't like.
You could. Are they undead? Because.
Yes.
All right. We'll have to discuss that another time. We'll come back, everybody.
Pretty much. They become a zombie.
Yeah, I mean, but it's more like a bacteria infection.
Aren't undead, then they're even if zombies aren't undead, they're still like infected. They don't have a common thought. They have no thought, and they rely on their primal instincts.
I understand. All right, I got you. So okay, get on that. So yeah, I mean, zombie movies are great. Whenever you see them, they're good. It doesn't really matter what they are.
I'm not like super crazy about the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
The first one,
they're okay.
The first one's really good.
I'm not really into them.
I watched one other one after that, and I just could not. I got into it, but I mean, it is what it is. It was okay. But the first one's great.
What about like Poltergeist?
Poltergeist is a good one. I've seen that too. That one's pretty dated though. I feel like that dates pretty terribly.
Well, yeah, but if you know like the backstories and stuff, and like all the crazy shit that would happen on set and stuff, like have you ever heard of like the Poltergeist curse?
Yeah.
And stuff.
No,
like
yeah,
that?
I've heard of how terrifying it was to actually film it.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's good. I think it's good.
Yeah, like for instance, I know there was one scene in Poltergeist where they're stuck in like I feel like there was an area that was like flooding up, or like there was rainfall. They were like submerged in water, and like there was skeletons in the water with them.
Yeah, I think it's in the pool. Because they dig a pool. They dig a pool and then they find the skeletons.
Yeah, for those who don't know, those were actual corpses that they used. They used actual skeletons, and the crew didn't know that at the time of shooting the scene.
That's weird.
They learned it afterwards. I mean, it's just straight weird. Somebody. I would.
Oh yeah, that would be insanely weird.
I wouldn't know how to handle something like that. I'd be so
to have someone say that skull that's hitting you in the face.
That was an actual human skull. Like that was an actual, or like there was actual corpses that was being. Oh, it's disgusting.
So another one that I watched last year, rewatched, and I think's amazing is The Thing, and they just remade that, which I have not seen it since then. But if you haven't seen The Thing, oh, it's so good.
No, I've never seen The Thing.
And they actually did a South Park episode on it, which is funny. When Cartman does the blood test with the hot iron, when they get the note, that's from The Thing. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Thing's a classic. If you haven't seen it, I think it's John Carpenter, If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend go watching it. Now, after saying all this, I will get to my favorites. Third, which I think Toei is probably going to think that I'm going to say Hellraiser. I do like that, but it's not there. My third one is actually Candyman. Oh, I love Candyman. I think it's. I watched.
Sucks.
I watched that and it was so good because it was just hysterical / great, and that's what I want in a movie. It does scare you sometimes because it's weird, but at other times it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was my third, and I'll just say from a classic standpoint, that's my third favorite. Second favorite, I just watched this weekend for the first time because it goes right up there because I think the actual costumes and makeup were incredible. An American Werewolf in London. Have you seen that?
Yeah. That's
American,
the old one. Yeah.
Yeah, 1980.
Yeah.
88.
That's
it's John Landis.
Kind of a comedy movie.
Well,
but it's good.
It's comedy because their acting is
really good.
somewhat terrible, but it's on purpose, kind of.
I think it's a good
But the
film.
two guys,
No,
it's a great film.
Yeah.
It's so good because, don't get me wrong, the actual makeup is incredible. Like all the stuff when he transforms into the werewolf is just done so perfectly. Like they don't even do, like nowadays when they did it for the whatever Benicio del Toro movie, they just use CGI. All CGI.
That
doesn't give you wolf hair.
That was the Wolf Man.
Well, it's the same thing. It was a werewolf movie.
Oh, I remember.
This one's a werewolf movie. It's incredible. If you haven't seen An American Werewolf in London, you'll love it. It's not that long either. It's like an hour and 40.
The Howling. That's another old classic horror. It's about werewolves. That I remember I do remember watching those a bunch as a kid.
I don't know if I watched that
werewolves as a kid.
Werewolves were great. They're always great.
I really liked watching that movie.
I don't know.
I don't.
It's not as terrifying, I don't think, as zombies because I think zombies are more realistic to actually happen. But werewolves, they're pretty terrifying.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I could see more like a mutated wolf that almost is human versus a human that goes into a wolf, if that makes any sense.
No.
That does not make any sense?
No.
So I mean a wolf that's somewhat intelligent like Planet of the Apes where he gets a little bit of knowledge versus a man that actually turns into a wolf. If that makes sense.
No,
I think that makes sense.
That sounds dumb.
Well, I don't think that sounds dumb. Whatever. Okay, for my final top one, because I think it's the most terrifying, is The Wicker Man, the original. From 1970.
Not too many people. I wouldn't say too many of our listeners have probably seen the old
No
Wicker
one
Man.
has probably seen the original Wicker Man. If
That
you've
is
seen
a
the
bit-
Nicolas
that is a
Cage one,
creepy- That is a creepy movie.
if you've seen the Nicolas Cage one, put your foot under a tire and run over it because you're an idiot and you should never have seen it.
Coarsely, that is
accurate.
really bad.
That is accurate too. You need to break your foot and then go rent the real Wicker Man because it does. So let me put you up for this. It's got musical influences throughout the whole movie. It's not really musical, but it's got musical influences. And it's kind of shot in the way of Hair, where it's during that 70s period where it's kind of psychedelic. But at the same time, it's so relevant even today of how terrifying some people could be. It is so crazy. And the ending, you'll never see the ending coming. I mean, you might see it coming a little bit, but I think it's just an incredible ending, and that movie's terrifying. It scared the living crap out of me. Scared me to death. But those are mine. I think those are probably the key ones that I would say are the best. Now, new movies.
I missed a ton of horror movies that I should mention, but I think in the coming segment here that I'll be able to cover at least some of them.
Yeah, you can bring them back up. I mean, I don't care. Bring them back up.
All right. So go on. What are
some new movies that I'm trying to think about? New scary movies. I can't think of any that are actually horror movies that are 2000 plus. The only one that I had on my list because I own it and I thought it wasn't terrible was Identity.
What's Identity about?
It's about the psychological.
It does.
They get a guy that's killed all these people, and they're trying to figure out why he did it.
Oh, with John Cusack.
Yeah, and he says like everybody else did it, and it ends up being all in his head. Like the dude's crazy.
Oh shit!
It's only an hour and 30. That's why I like
really
it.
I think I've seen Identity.
I've got it if you want to borrow it, but it's it's a tight knit story. It's okay.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this.
It's got him, John Cusack, Amanda Pete's gorgeous, so she's in it. Ray Liotta's in it. It's not bad. I mean, it's worth a watch. It's not the greatest thing, but that's like one I remember. But since 2000, can you remember any
Why do
that
I
have
feel
come
like
out?
I've seen, I feel
And
like I've
don't
seen
say
that.
Paranormal Activity because I've seen that. And it was,
Yes.
did you
Those are good. I love those
oh
movies.
my god!
I
Whatever.
like the Blair.
It's-
I liked the Blair Witch
Okay,
Project.
the Blair
so
Witch.
naturally,
The Blair
I would
Witch.
like these
Okay,
movies.
the Blair Witch was way better than Paranormal Activity
Paranormal
is or ever
Activities
will
are
be.
Very good movies.
Whatever. It's
And
all
you
camera
have
tricks. It's
to-
all camera tricks.
You have to
You have to be terrified of the unknown and
convince yourself. You have to just convince yourself
that ghosts
accept
are real.
they could be
Like terrifying haunting ghosts
there
are
could
real.
be ghosts real. There's shows about ghost hunters. They could be real, man.
Can I just? Oh my! If you
I
watch
think-
Ghost
I
Hunters, you
think-
watch
no, I
Ghost
don't.
Hunters.
No, I
Okay,
don't.
God,
I saw them
that's
on
just
South
so
Park, though.
stupid. Obviously, they keep peeing themselves.
Yeah, they keep peeing themselves. But
which is how I feel about the Paranormal Activities. That the only
I
people
think
that would
that
see it
they're-
are
I
people
think
that
that
want to
they're good.
force themselves to pee.
well, what I like about those kinds of movies is they're the semi mockumentary-ish movies that doesn't really explain the whole story to you, and it does leave it up to the imagination. I really like trying to find out more to the movie.
I understand the concept.
I like trying to.
I didn't understand.
I try to do more research.
I had
on
zero.
things
I
that
don't even
exist.
remember why it was haunting him. Was it? Did he kill someone
What are you talking about?
in the Paranormal Activity? What? Why was it?
Because the girls. It's because Katie was possessed by that
That's right.
spirit, and
And it was
the
all
way, and the
camera
way
tricks.
the way that's neat is the movie is chronologically out of order because Paranormal Activity 1 occurs the same time as Paranormal Activity 2 is going on. So if you can just imagine yourself in a line, Paranormal Activity 1 and 2 are parallel with each other.
And they're terrible.
Paranormal Activity
They're
3,
terrible
Paranormal
lines
Activity
going right
2
at each
carries on a few hours actually. Like the
Oh
movie Paranormal Activity 2 ends a few hours actually after Paranormal Activity 1 would end. Paranormal Activity 3 would
I brought this up because I dislike it, and now you want to rant on talking about
Paranormal
this?
Activity 3
Oh my
starts
God.
is the prequel, and Paranormal Activity 4 is like months or a year or so after Paranormal Activity
I will
2.
never see more than one because I've seen one and I'm
They're
done.
really good, I think. I think you have to
get
just appreciate
squeakier
them.
about it.
I think
Get
you have to just
squeakier
appre-
about it.
They're really good movies.
All right, whatever. I'm done
Well,
with that.
to me,
What's
I
another
enjoy
good one?
them.
What's another
I
good
enjoy
one?
the
What's another
scares.
good one that has come out? Insidious, I've heard, is actually not bad.
I didn't like
Chapter-
Insidious.
Did you see Chapter 2 that just came out? That's
no.
actually out now, I think.
I didn't like Insidious.
Was it?
No, wait, no. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I keep convincing myself that Ethan Hawke is in Insidious, and he's
No,
not.
Ethan Hawke's
He's in
The Purge.
The Purge. I saw The Purge.
Did not like it.
It's okay, not great.
I don't.
Nothing. I was expecting more.
I don't
out of
understand.
it.
Yeah, I understand the concept. I think, yeah, that's what I mean. I think I'm gonna go in thinking it could be so good, and it's just not.
I was expecting The
'Cause-
Purge to be way more, but it's not. There is a lot of action in the movie.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I thought it could just be more.
No, I got you.
Sinister. That's what I was saying. Sinister movie sucked. I thought
Was
Sinister
that bad?
fucking bad.
Was that bad?
Yeah, it sucked, man. That was a
I
terrible.
can see that being a terrible movie. Now, I'm trying to think of good. What are good ones? Are the? See, I can't even think of any good.
You're
ones.
Next. I saw You're Next.
You saw
with,
Your Next.
Yeah, with Andy and.
Oh, that can't be good. See, I
Really
need to go
is,
see
actually.
more horror movies in the theater.
Your
'cause
Next was it's classic because it reminded me of an '80s slasher movie so much.
in a good way or a bad way?
In a good way.
Okay.
I enjoy those themes. You can't come into it expecting it to be a serious scary movie. It's like, oh come on, this is so cheesy and bad. No, you have to accept that lighter side and be like, yeah, this is good.
The one
This
I
is
forgot. Let
fun.
the right one in.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
Let the
good
Right One
one.
In is
The
a
original,
very,
the
very
original.
Good. This
Even
is
though
the
I heard
third time now, third podcast.
Time. I
in
think
a
that
row.
is the third one we've talked about.
So that movie is
I won't
registered
talk about it.
point
I
in
won't talk
every
about it.
single
I won't talk about it.
podcast.
I won't talk about it. I'll just say I'm looking at, and that's one that's
Let
just
the
come
Right
out.
One In is very, very good. Also, it's on
We don't-
Netflix.
all right, we don't-
okay,
yeah.
so now suggestions. What do you suggest people to watch?
What do I suggest people to watch?
Yes,
Oh my
in the theme of Halloween,
So-
what do you suggest people to watch?
I've already told you that I like Candyman. I would like for people to see Candyman 1 if you want. Now, what I would say, are we talking about new movies out in theaters or just any movie?
Any movie.
Yeah, so what I'm going to tell you is you need to see Hellraiser. The Cenobites are great, and the Hellraiser is incredible. We talked about that last podcast too, but you got to go see that. Another one, that's a great question. What would you suggest for some?
I'm just Netflix. is you're going to be your best friend.
Oh God, yeah.
It's
Netflix.
full
Watch anything.
of movies
If
right
you go
now.
to
I'm
horror,
just scrolling through. If you go through the Watch Instantly, there is a section called Halloween Favorites. And just to ramble off a few, The Cabin in the Woods, I heard was good. House at the End of the Street, that's with Jennifer Lawrence. Paranormal Activity 4, you could see.
Oh my God, do not see any of those people.
The Evil Dead.
Evil Dead,
Those
yes.
are good movies. Evil Dead,
The
Evil Dead 2,
originals,
and Army of Darkness.
Yeah, they're good.
I strongly recommend seeing those. Those are very good horror movies as well.
So another one that I would say,
the Scream. I'm sure you've seen Scream at this point, but they are they're classic.
Okay.
Scream kind of reinvented or rejuvenated the horror genre.
If you haven't seen Psycho, see Psycho.
Yeah,
I think
the
that's
original,
a classic.
The original,
see. Yeah.
And
another,
Children of the Corn.
You know what one most people have not seen? I don't even know if you've seen it. Rosemary's Baby.
No, but I've heard that's crazy.
It is crazy and incredible. Watch it. It's if you like insane movies that are artistically done, that's a good one because it's nuts.
It's an old flick though. It's
an
1972
old flick, and it's done by Roman Polanski, who is incredible. This was his breakout film, and it was great.
It was. It's
you can't go wrong with
Session
that one.
9. Session 9 is it's kind of a creepy movie. What it is like? It's about a group of people that inspect like a mental institution.
Oh yeah.
And,
Gotcha.
I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about that. VHS is another good one on Netflix. VHS, it's like 3 separate stories, so to speak. Like these people enter a house or like these guys are like breaking into a home or something, and they stumble across all these videotapes that are just like oddly labeled, and they start watching the videos and they're separate stories, but then like it ties into.
So a great one that I would want people to watch as well that came out later than 2000, 28 Days Later. It's the Rage Zombies.
Yeah.
Now get this. He shot this on my old camera that I used to own in college, the Canon XL2.
28
he
days.
shot it, and it's
28 days.
28 Days Later is so good, and that's done by Danny Boyle, and Danny Boyle is amazing.
It's got
the black girl from the new Bond movie. I don't know her name, but she's in it, and it is incredible for how it was done. They shut down London. They shut down downtown London. That's like shutting down downtown New York. They shut it down literally for, I think it's like a 4-minute scene. It's not that long. It's like 30 seconds. But they shut it down for like 20 minutes in the morning or something.
After 28 days or whatever.
Yeah,
it's 28
what
days,
is it?
It's just
28 years later?
No, it's
months?
the next 28 or something like that. The sequel, it's not very
28
good.
months later? Yeah, it's not very good.
It's not very good.
But the first one's
28
great.
Days Later is very good.
And they
like
introduced
those.
Rage Zombies, which are so cool.
It does explain, yeah, because that also explains how the outbreak occurs, and I like that.
Yeah, no,
I
that one's
about that
that one's pretty awesome.
The Grudge, the original Grudge,
I heard
Japanese
the original Grudge is
not,
pretty good.
Not the.
I have not seen the original
American Grudge, just the original one. It's called Ju-On, J-U-O-N.
I heard it's great.
It's good. That's very, very good. I'm trying.
All right, The Conjuring I heard's good too, which is out. I think
The
that just came
Conjuring?
out. Yeah, I just heard.
I
heard
saw
that just
that.
come out. Is that any good?
Not really.
Oh, then
It's whatever.
Take it back. Don't
It's-
see it, people.
It's decent. No, if it was on Netflix, I would say
All
you
right.
could watch it. You can spend a time watching.
All right, I'm gonna look up a couple more.
it's
You
not-
you get Mike on the phone. Let's get Mike on the phone.
Okay.
So our boy Bobbert, is gonna get Mike Henry on the phone. Our good friend. Crazy loves horror movies. He's into them as well. So this will be a good conversation. We'll get some of his favorites. We'll pick his brain. Maybe make fun of him a little bit, probably just a little bit. But we're gonna get him on right now. So as Bobby is calling him, I will tell you, I just watched some Alfred Hitchcock shorts. Incredible. The man is a genius.
Hey, Mike. Hey, you're on with me and Evan's podcast.
How's it going, Mike? Can you hear me?
Can you hear him?
Yeah, it's good to hear you, Mike. I'm loving that you're here with us. So what we wanted to ask you first and foremost is, and Bobby, you can kind of repeat it after. Nah, you don't need to repeat it. We'll see if he hears it. Mike, what's your favorite horror movie of all time?
My favorite horror movie of all time? Probably like not many people know of. It's called Motel Hell.
Motel Hell, huh?
Motel Hell.
That's we talked about Motel Hell the last
Did we?
podcast.
All right,
Yeah, Motel
which
Hell. It's the one with the guy farming people.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Mike.
Chainsaw Massacre, a couple other flicks.
That's okay. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
That's one that I forgot to mention.
So, Mike, tell us what you like best about Motel Hell.
even a undertone to it. I love that, like, even the cover or poster for the movie has the guy in a pig mask.
So it's the guy in the pig mask on the cover.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I think that's what's
like,
what
it's a cover
sells
to VH.
people.
It's absurd. He's wearing overalls.
All
and
right.
he's got a flannel shirt and a chainsaw covered in blood, and he's got a pig mask that's also stained in blood.
So I will say this: people, go see the Pig Killer movie. What is it?
Motel Hell.
Motel Hell.
If you can find a copy,
You need to see
keep it,
Motel
'cause
Hell.
It's a collectible.
Now-
That's quite a classic.
Now, Mike, maybe you'll be able to help me with this. Can you think of any recent, we'll say 2000 plus, good horror movies that have been come out?
Actually, I can. I actually went horror movie shopping lately, and I bought The Descent.
The Descent.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about Mike. I am in love with you right now. If anybody has not seen The Descent, go see it. That movie is incredible. Mike, I'm so happy you said that. The Descent is incredible, the original one.
The original.
I love it, man. It's claustrophobic. You don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Right.
And honestly, you don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, to set it up, it's a movie where people go down in a cave and just crazy stuff happens. But it is so incredible. I'm glad he said that. Go see that movie or pick it out in the theater or wherever, Netflix, right now. Because that movie is so good. That came out in like 2008?
2005.
That movie's so good. Have you seen it, Council?
No.
Oh my God,
But
you
it
got to
is-
see that immediately. I think it might be on Netflix.
It's not available.
It's not available on Netflix?
No, it's not.
Mike, that's a great call. What's your favorite? Okay, Mike. Now that you said that, that The Descent, what is? I'm trying to think. Where would you rank that of your all-time favorite horror movies?
As far as what I've seen, I would definitely put it probably in my top 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you're right. It's that good. I'd probably get up there too. It's probably gonna make my top 10.
I love my zombie movies, Evil Dead, and all that. You know, they're just gore fest. But what I love about that one is there's just suspense throughout the movie. It's not just a kill count. You know, it's like, are they gonna make it?
No, oh, absolutely. It's not a kill count. It's the whole time. It's suspense as if who's gonna be alive at the end and how are they going to make it? Absolutely, dude. That's one of the clutchest calls that I've ever heard ever. Because that was incredible. I can't believe you pulled that out of your hat. Because I'm absolutely in love with that movie.
Anything else, Mike?
Think of hey, Mike. Think of a movie that think of one of the first horror movies that you watched that you truly remember being great.
Actually, I'll throw a recent movie that gets crapped on a lot that I think is very underrated. Now, we all love Halloween, Michael Myers.
Yep. I was saying that earlier.
Yeah.
No reason not to. I would like to throw in a random vote for Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Halloween 3.
Halloween. It has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's about.
It's about his mother, isn't it?
No, it's about masks.
See.
Basically, this guy, it's an evil businessman, and he sets up this TV commercial where kids basically get zoned in. He hypnotizes them with the mask.
Yeah.
Well, they put on the mask and they watch this commercial, and they get sucked in, basically.
and this is
This is
the
Halloween
third
3.
one.
Yeah, this is Halloween 3, season 1. It has nothing to do with Mike Myers.
I'm gonna have to see that
it has
one.
nothing to do with him at all.
That one sounds really good.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Yeah.
So that is.
It's really gutsy, too. Like, I know there's one bit with, like, a little kid where they kill a little boy, and it was, like, unexpected for a tiny nose, and normally kids are victims in the movie, but I guess that's part of why I like it so much. Like, it didn't care to have Halloween attached to it. It branched off on its own, and
Yeah.
Well, so let me ask you this last question.
it's more fitting Halloween, too, because it's more towards, like, the big ritual with what Halloween stood for, like, how the whole theme of it came up in general.
But were they just trying to suck in viewers by using the Halloween name and just making a whole new movie?
They wanted originally Halloween wasn't intended to be all about Michael Myers.
Yeah, I
They
know that.
wanted it to be different movies every time, and
But he got such good
when
reception.
Season of the Witch failed so miserably, they decided to give that up. they decided
That's a
that
good.
They
I
completely
think
scrapped
I'm gonna
it.
have to see that one. That's a good call.
Yeah, basically what happened was like, oh, this doesn't have Michael Myers, forget this.
Yeah, that's basically how
Well,
how it happened.
you know what, Mike? Thank you very much for joining us because that was incredible. You were bringing stuff. The Descent. I'm so happy you said that because I've seen that and it's incredible. We're gonna have to get a hold of you soon. We'll give you a shout out for your Twitter handle once we hang up with you. Okay? Thanks for coming on, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. See ya.
Oh, that guy, good guy.
Oh.
I can't believe he brought up The Descent. Give him a shout out on his Twitter handle. What is it at?
That's No Limits Henry.
At No Limits
At
Henry.
No Limits Henry.
Feel free to give him a follow. Give that man a follow because he deserves
The
it.
Ring.
He knows what he's doing. The Ring's a good one.
That's another good one.
Are we doing an original Japanese one? Or are we doing?
I gotta say, when
I heard
watched,
Ringu's
I
where it's
watched
at.
Ringu, and I watched The Ring.
And you like The Ring better?
I mean, this was years ago when I saw
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I think I was like, I think coming away from it, I'm pretty sure I like The Ring better than Ringu.
Okay.
But
I mean, I'll give you that. The Ring's not bad. I've seen it. It's okay.
it's close.
It's pretty weird and
It's
strange. It's definitely strange. I think the storyline's good. They could have done more with it, but it was good. I got you. That's a good one. All right. So what we got here? So now that we've talked to Mike and we've told you about our top films and everything that's out, and we've kind of discussed what our thoughts are, we're gonna bring in some tweets now. I think.
Yeah,
let's read off
Twitter
some tweets.
has just been unreal.
Yeah,
lately.
you guys have been incredible. I want to start the Twitter off by saying if you don't give us a follow at Extinct Films, that's the Twitter handle that I have open for everybody. It's at Extinct Films. Just how it says, like a dinosaur dying. And then Bobby's is at Goose TG4.
Yep.
So give him a ring. That's because he loves geese. He's got a weird fetish with geese. I don't really
It's
get
nothing to
it,
do
but
with
I
that.
mean it's weird.
Has nothing to do with
Say
that.
what you want. I will say one of my buds that's doing his thing right now as a musician gave me a shout out on Twitter, and it was his Twitter handle is at Brian Douglas Day, so it's at Brian Douglas Day, and that's BRIAN. Give him a follow. Good guy. He obviously picked If This Ain't Your Favorite. He said basically favorite horror movie you ask, Halloween, not even close. # Myers 2016, which we get a lot of, and I get that.
Tons of.
You know, Halloween's
That's
a
cool.
classic,
That's cool.
but sometimes you got to go outside the box. So let's look at some other ones that we can maybe discuss that we've got shouted out
I got
at
one
us.
here from at Meta World Boner. That's Tony Canizero.
That's Toey.
Chock full of nut.
Okay, well that's not really. I mean, if it might horror some people,
Well, it was
but
scary. That was scary.
it's for.
I remember the one scene.
Oh my God, do we have to talk
with
about this one?
with the gas. It was just
Yes, the gas scene in that
everybody
movie
was
is
needless
that
to
was
say stunned.
we were so stunned. It took a rewind and rewatch
We watched it like several
to
times. Like,
understand
everybody was shocked.
what
I
was
think
going on. That's a full volume movie.
we watched this movie.
That's a full volume movie.
yeah. We
You
watched
turn
this.
up you turn up the bass on that one.
We were watching this at our friend's house. See, back in high school, we would always like get movies and bring them over and watch them
what it
over
sounded
at
like.
our friend Steve's house after football games. And I think we were at least like 15 deep in the basement watching.
Oh, I
this
mean,
movie.
there would have been
And
15 of us.
a
guys.
couple dudes walked out. Like they were just so.
It was.
they
That's
couldn't
that
handle what they
terrifying.
saw.
It is terrifying.
Yeah, so
I
that
will
is
say
a
that.
scary movie.
So
That's
a
a
couple.
scary movie.
Let's see another one. I got one from a boy, Ka. He's at Yeti_legs. Yeti like the monster.
Yep.
Give him a follow. He said Cloverfield to me.
Yeah, Cloverfield. Great movie.
Okay.
Again,
Did
it's
you not
another
think
it's
that-
another camera movie that like a little
So stylish. And we talked
handy-cam
about
movie.
this one too. It's so stylistic.
I love those movies.
I think it's okay.
Again, Cloverfield. Well, J.J. Abrams I like what he does.
He's pretty cool. I get that because I love Lost.
What did he just make? He made
Super 8.
Super 8. Yeah, we talked about that.
Star Trek. He's Star Trek. He's gonna do Star
No.
Wars.
It's about the superpowers.
What?
The kid with the superpowers.
He didn't make that.
Yeah, he did.
I don't
J.J.
think he
Abrams?
directed
I'm pretty
it.
Sure, J.J. Abrams.
No, he didn't direct that. The three guys that start messing up because they all have telekinesis.
Yeah. The internet just went out.
No, it didn't.
Mine
And
did.
I don't think he made that. You can look it up again, but I don't think he
I'll
made
try.
that.
I'll try. But anyways, I like those movies. After Cloverfield, I did a lot. I tried to look up a lot of research, dig up a lot of shit. Hopefully that there was just something viral or placed there by the studios or whatever, just to give me more information on the monster, because I wanted to know, why did it all of a sudden wake up? What caused it to be there? How did it get there?
But you're the
that's
same one that
why
you want to know the zombie
these
things.
are the questions
you
I
want to
ask
know.
myself
You
in
want
these
it to be
movies.
explained to you in the zombie movies.
I
but
want-
you're
I do-
okay
I do
with
wish
you're
there was
okay with
every-
that one just being not transparent as hell.
I do wish I want to know everything. Like, I want to immerse myself in that
Yeah,
world.
he didn't-
and understand everything I could know about the monster. And
Yeah,
in
he made a
in
modern
zombie
day.
outbreak
He made a
movies.
modern day Godzilla, which I did. I liked it. I just didn't love it like other people did. And he did not make any movie with superhero powers, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't even remember that.
Yeah, he's no. Well, I know what you're talking about, but he didn't make that. Now, what are some other ones we got? Let's see what else we got.
Well,
who else
Kyle-
did shout us out?
Kyle also tweeted at me. He said Gremlins as his classic. Gremlins
That
is
is
a horror
it's
movie.
It's a
It's
great
also
one
a Christmas
too.
movie. It's a good one. It's good.
If you haven't
Steven-
seen Gremlins,
it's,
go see
it's,
it. And remember, no
Steven
food after
Spielberg
midnight.
movie.
No
Yeah,
feeding
don't
after
feed 'em after
midnight.
midnight.
If you do that, you're screwed.
American Psycho. Yeah.
So I actually
consider American Psycho a
I
horror
just
movie.
got that for like $4 at Best Buy on Blu-ray, and I'm about to do a rewatch of that, maybe even tonight, because
Movie's
I'm
crazy.
pretty
It's
excited.
pretty crazy.
I think that was one of my costumes, was if you got a mirror and just stuck it like on a pole 20 feet out from you, and you just went around all day in like underwear with a person in front of you, kind of bent over, and then they were like, "What are you?" You could just point at the mirror every time and look at it, and then hopefully people that have seen that movie would immediately know what you were, because that would be funny.
Yeah.
Because you just had a mirror and like, "What are you? You were a strange man with a mirror." And then you just point at it and nod your head like you're the
At
man,
Cousinet,
dude.
At Cousinet, that's Nick Adams on Twitter.
What are
He,
you looking up? I can hear your computer. Turn off your Yoshi movie.
This was actually a TV show.
All right, we'll go on. So at Cousinet,
At Cousinet, he said The Strangers.
The Strangers is
Very good.
a pretty good one.
And that doesn't even have music. That doesn't
It's a
have
pretty good
musical
one.
Score.
Well, it doesn't have a musical score, but it does have music. Don't let me forget.
if it's within the movie, it doesn't count.
It's still that still
No.
counts.
No.
All right.
Because the audio, you are really so when Michael Myers is walking around, do you really think that he hears a down? Do you really think he hears that?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
No, I understand that, but if they stylistically put that in to actually play the song, so they are adding music, even though it's within the film. You're
It's
adding
for
music.
the audience. It's not for the characters.
It is for the characters though too, because he's building
But
a
it's
character
not.
saying,
It's not something that they
All right,
build off of.
Fine, we can.
It's to help the audience. Most importantly.
Then fine. Agree to disagree. The Strangers though, pretty good
Strangers
movie,
is really good. Yes,
and
I
that's
agree.
where I think I saw The Purge, and I thought it was going to be too much like that. That's why I haven't seen it.
Another friend of mine on here, Matt Danzak, is
he
at
got?
216 Tyrannosaur.
That's a crazy name. That's a crazy one.
He suggested The Shining.
The Shine, incredible, very good.
Yep, I agree.
Stanley Kubrick. If you haven't seen all of his films, go watch all of them immediately.
Evil Dead remake for the more recent.
Have not seen the remake. How is it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it either.
I will have to see the
I'm
remake.
kind of
then.
skeptical about it.
I am skeptical as hell about remakes.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so I got another one here from our boy Mikey Mac. Mikey Mac. He's at Mikey Mac 58, and he put classic, obviously, which is another one which we understand, Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
But then for his most recent one, House of a Thousand Corpse.
House of a
And-
Thousand Corpses.
And let me. That's a Rob Zombie one, right?
yeah,
I
don't
have
like
not
those
seen
movies.
Rob Zombie's movies. I've not seen them, but I actually heard they're not bad.
I don't like them.
They are this is my next thing. I think they're for people that are fans of that movie. Like if you're a fan of his first movie or whatever movie it was, then you're gonna be fans.
I
of
liked
the
his
rest of them.
Halloween remake. I liked Rob Zombie's Halloween remake.
Really?
Halloween 2 was decent, but Halloween
What was his first one?
pretty-
House of Wax. That was his first one, wasn't it?
Was it? Did he?
Did
Really
he do
make
House of Wax?
No,
That was with Paris Hilton, which is just dreadfully terrible.
no. House of Wax was made by or directed by Jean Colette Serra.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was completely off on that. I don't know why I thought he did that.
Yeah, kind of.
What was his first one? Was it A House of a Thousand Corpses?
I think it is.
So everybody that likes one of his movies generally likes all of them. So
But I guess I'm sorry, I'm not there. I don't like House of a Thousand Corpses. I don't like.
you know, okay.
the sequel to that.
So that's us reading. So we got your tweets out there. Remember to keep tweeting us at Extinct Films or at
I've got
GooseTG4. What do you? Okay, give us some more.
Matt Danzak again. Human Centipede 2.
Humans. Okay, I've not seen any of those because they just utterly,
sound gross.
They sound so
They sound
gross.
gross,
I just
so-
don't even want to.
Rob Carpenter at Gold Standard 64.
We don't need to give both their names. Just give them their name. First one, Robbie.
He suggested Halloween as his favorite classic. but
Robbie,
Cabin in the
honestly.
Woods.
Cabin in the
Again,
Woods, I heard is good.
Another promotion.
I
for
heard
Cabin
that
in
is
the
good.
Woods.
That is getting a lot of airplay right now.
Yeah. So that's just some.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
so-
we don't have time to read them all. What are we at?
We're close to being done. So what I'm thinking is
tried to
we tried to
make this one
shorten it. It
35
didn't
minutes.
really
What are we at
work.
now?
It's at 50.
Fuck.
Yeah, we didn't do very well trying to shorten it. We talked too much. Obviously, we're long-winded. So we'll leave you in just a second. But I want to say, if we were both in a horror movie, who would die first?
You.
I think it would be you.
No.
It would have to be you.
Why?
Because the good-looking guy dies, which I am. Like the popular guy, like mostly dies, but he dies at the very end, or he saves the lives of everybody.
damn
Like,
you.
think of
God damn.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Freddie Prinze, he's in that one, right?
R.I.P. He's not dead though.
He actually comes back at the end when you think he's already dead, and he helps like save everybody, and that's me. You're just like you're the bigger dude that gets killed in the middle. You'd get killed in the middle because
No, I'd make it to the
everybody likes you because you're a little, you know, you got that little chubbiness, and people think you're funny sometimes, but you would die pretty quick.
I'd make it to the end.
No, your virgins die quick.
I'm not a virgin.
Well, that's debatable. We don't have proof, but we will say that they die quick. Do they not in horror movies? That's how horror movies go.
You're actually
No, wait, they
100%
survive.
fucking wrong.
They
They
survive.
survive.
Whoa,
Virgins
whoa, whoa,
don't
whoa, whoa.
die.
Virgins survive, but they're all women, aren't they? Do virgin
No.
guys survive?
Well, most of the time a male is not a virgin in a movie, but there are some
Well, what
dudes,
about
like Jamie Kennedy in Scream? He was a virgin. He survived. He thought he died, but he made it. He did.
So
He
wait,
lived.
now that
He said he was a virgin.
so wait, you're a virgin guy. Virgin guys, I thought they should be killed, right?
No, virgins don't die. Most
women,
of the time,
women,
are virgins.
yeah.
All right, it's not.
It's the virgin
it's not
character
said
that's
that
a
mostly
woman.
guys are virgins in horror movies, so it's rare unless it's
Wait a
said
minute.
or definitely implied.
You would die though pretty
wouldn't
uld
die.
You would die pretty
I'm not-
quick.
I
You
wouldn't
can't
die.
fend yourself. You
Yeah, I
can't. You
can.
would not be able to fend yourself.
I'm pretty quick when it comes.
You are
when the
not
shit-
quick at all.
When the shit hits the
It's
fan,
physically,
I am quick.
physically or mentally, you are
I'm
not quick.
surprisingly quick.
You are zero of both.
When the shit hits the fan, when it gets real,
it's getting all over your face. When it hits the
I
fan, it
get
is
out.
getting all over your
I
face,
am quick,
and
to
you
react.
might eat some of it.
I'm quick. To
You're an
react.
idiot.
I'm not gonna die first.
All right.
You'll
Well,
die.
you'll die first, but we got to go because we're way over the time limit. So, hey, everybody, check us out for our Twitter. We'll post this up to YouTube real quick. This will be online for people to download soon. I'm going to be working on the site. I swear it. And then it'll be at Extinct Films. I'll host it. That's extinctfilms.com. So you can go there soon. You don't have to go there right now. And then we'll actually have MP3s for you guys to download so you can kind of carry these along with you. But I'm Evan Smith. That's Bobbert. We'll be back next week.
Maybe.
And we'll be
I
back
don't know
next
if we'll
week.
be back
You got to
next
be.
week.
We'll be back
We
next
might
week. We'll be
not.
talking about some
We'll-
fun stuff.
Well, I
If
don't know
he's
about
not
next
there,
week.
maybe I'll be back with some new guests. Maybe get another call. Thank you again, Mike. And we'll see y'all later.
Peace.